And we are live. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Beau tuning in from near Seattle. I don't actually say that I am in Seattle. Oh boy. So, fascinating thing happened to me the other day. There I was driving to a dinosaur exhibit in Seattle, Washington, and there was a gentleman just going down the road in one of those little rental scooters that you typically rent from a grocery store. Apparently, you can pirate those and just drive straight out to the street in those things. But anyway, it's not about me and trying to slam Seattle too much. I just say that I am from near Seattle. I'm interested to hear where you're tuning in from this glorious day of October 10th, 2022. And yes, I am streaming not just to Amazon Live right now, and I can go along and I can click certain products and highlight them as I mention my very favorite ones. Not trying to obligate you guys to purchase anything, but I just like to share what works for me, and who knows, it may in fact work for you as well. So, where else am I streaming live today? Not only to Amazon, but also to Facebook and to YouTube and to Twitch, and I think somewhere else also. I don't know, I've lost track of all the places, but I thank you for tuning in and kind of helping me along here by following and also commenting and chatting. I can see that Michael Webster just said that he's tuning in from Covington. Thank you, Michael, for actually humoring me on getting on the Amazon chat because, yeah, isn't that so cool that I can actually like talk back to you and everything, and you can make fun of me. You can tell me if there's too much latency in my audio. I'm going to fine tune these things. But, you know, in today's show, because I do like to call it a show, a funny thing happened the other day. My wife said, Beau show, the Beau show. Oh, how clever is that? I don't necessarily know if I want to tie my name to materialistic things though, because I'm not that much into slinging things. I really don't even like the term influencer because it conveys that I'm trying to manipulate people and manipulate emotions and get you to buy something that you don't need to buy. I trust that you are good with your pocketbook, and if you are a Dave Ramsey fan, if it's outside of your budget, don't actually buy that thing outside your budget. However, if it is within your budget, go crazy. I mean, that's the nice thing about telling your money where to go. All right, so what makes me as an influencer, or pretty much just a regular guy who likes to talk about all sorts of materialistic things, I would say what makes me different from other influencers out there is, well, I actually show real world demonstrations of the products. So a lot of people you'll be clicking around here on Amazon Live, I'm gonna throw them under a bus just for a moment, okay? All right, here we go. Hi there. So today we have some tactical hair clips, and I guess they're pretty cool, and they basically just sit there and read the back of the package. Ooh, I'm a customer. I'm a consumer. I don't want that. That's gonna drive me batty. I want to see it actually being used. Like, show me some B-roll, show me some footage out there in the world using these tactical hair clips. Oh, which by the way, the tactical hair clips, there is a promotional. I'm going to click that right down below. There we go. So now you can easily click on that. So these are pretty darn cool. They're basically multi-tools. Of course, I'm partial to them for obvious reasons, but there are some other flavors as well, such as the iridescent kind. And if you have blonde hair, we've also got the blonde kind right here. And I'm going to clickety-click that in 3, 2, 1, right there. Isn't that so cool that I can like click on this and I can correspond with you guys, and I can say things like hi on the Amazon chat. That's just amazing. Wow, just so cool. If you're tuning in on Facebook or YouTube, I can't actually see your chats. I'm really sorry. So you're probably saying some defamatory things right now, and I have no idea. Who knows? You're maybe even saying something like, "Beau, we can't hear the audio. We've just been watching you mime for 20 minutes." Oh boy, for those of you who don't know, I am a professional mime. I have been trained in pantomime, and I've been paid to mime, so which is kind of ironic that here I am talking, because you might say, well, Beau, you're a very bad mime. Fascinating about that. The bow tie. Oh, the bow tie is there. You just can't see it. I'm sorry. Maybe I should put my microphone down here a little bit, but then you probably can't hear me very well, can you? That's why it has to be up here. So yes, I do have a bow tie there, and then I also have. Okay. So, okay, let's focus here, okay, everybody? So, a few things that I would like to cover in today's show, because I do like to call it a show, is, okay, so first of all, oh, this is just so much fun. All right, Um, if I clickety click here, oh, will you look at that? Look at, now I'm a little tiny screen up there. Isn't that amazing? And now I can play whatever I like here. It's my content. Don't worry, I'm not gonna play Avengers or Star Wars and we get to have like a live session where we eat popcorn and watch someone else's material. Although that would be really cool, huh? And then we could like pause it and talk about and geek out about all the Star Wars nuances. I do love Star Wars because after all, I was homeschooled, so therefore I know everything there is to know about Star Wars. Just the originals though. Once you start getting into some of that canon, that I'd have no idea. Okay, so I want to start off my first review right here, which showing first we've got the bumper and pause. Okay, story time. Here we are going along with this R2 dash cam. It's 4K. You can find a lot of cool dash cams all over the interwebs and Amazon, but this one in particular, this is actual footage from this dash cam that you see right down there. And you'll see my wife driving along here. If you're familiar with Enumclaw, she's going to Buckley right now. And as we're going along, I'm going to push play. Oh boy, don't worry. No one got hurt in this video. So Amazon Live moderators, if you're watching this and you're like, oh, what are you going to show people here? Don't worry. Everybody's perfectly okay. But spoiler alert, this car in front of her, it does pull out. And a matter of fact, I'm going to put, can I actually show like a little red? Oh, I can. Can you see this little red circle? Oh, look at, oh, this is so neat. Okay, if you can see that little red circle, that car, watch that car. Okay, so we're going to turn off the little red circle and we're going to push play. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, boy. So yes, clearly that car thought that he could pull out in front of her. Let's take a listen.
See, it did. Oh
boy, that's a cruncher right there. And that's the beauty of having a dash cam, because then you can get videos like this and make them go viral. No, you probably wouldn't do that. So the beauty of this, which by the way, I'm gonna reiterate, no one did get hurt. I'm not publishing footage of violence or anything like that. Goodness no. But the beautiful thing about having a dash cam is that when I showed up, because I live right down the street here, my wife, obviously she did the right thing. She pulled over safely. She called the police. But I did show up because I was right down the street, and she texted me, hey, I got an fender bender here. This is quite the fender bender. I mean, if you watch that Subaru, it rocks. I mean, we're going to watch this. Oh, did you see that? It actually went up on like 2 wheels. She hit him hard. He thought that he could make it. He couldn't. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. So anyway, when I showed up, the police officer was there by the time I got there, and he and I said, hey, I have a dash cam. Everything's recorded. And it's amazing when you see a police officer just light up with joy. Like, oh, this is going to make my report so much easier. Can you send me the link? Wait, as a matter of fact, can you just show it to me right now? Like, yeah, I mean, the screen is like that tiny, but absolutely, I can show you this dash cam footage. And so he saw it and he said, yep, he's clearly at fault. Just like that. If you've ever been in a fender bender before, especially if someone is, let's say, well, the odds that they are hitting you probably means that they're probably not the most upstanding of citizens. Just a large generalization. Accidents do happen, but for the most part, if people are going around causing car accidents, they're usually, most likely, probably going to deny the fact that they caused it. Does that make sense? I mean, I know it's a generalization. Everybody does make mistakes, but this person right here did not deny the accident. However, I have been in fender benders before where other people have sideswiped me, and it's magical when you have a dash cam similar to the one linked below, and all of a sudden they are very, very honest. They go, oh, well, I'm being filmed. Well, I guess I did pull out in front of you. Amazing how honest people get. So just to keep them accountable as well as yourself accountable as well, go ahead and get a dash cam. There's all sorts of flavors all over Amazon, and this is the one that I would recommend right there. I mean, it's, what does it have? 24,000 reviews? Man, and it's fairly easy to install. You plug it into the cigarette lighter. It's like a DVR. It just always records over the oldest footage. I would recommend like a 128 gigabyte SD card, so you've got plenty of time. So if you're on a long road trip and let's say something significant happens an hour ago, it's not going to record over that. Basically, you have enough memory to last all day long. So 128 gigs, that's what I would recommend. and just any kind of dash cam. You can get them from very, very, very cheap on Amazon. But anyway, I cannot talk highly enough about that. Another one of my top reviews. Would you like to see this one? This one is actually featuring my own daughters. And yes, Amazon Live moderators. I do have written consent to show these children on Amazon Live. Don't worry, they are appropriate, but I just need to say that because there's Penny. She's adorable. I am the parent and legal guardian of this child. So anyway, why do I even have to say that? I don't have to say that. So what we are demonstrating right here is called a weed puller. Now this thing is absolutely life-changing. Unless of course you like to go around in the lawn on your hands and knees and pull out weeds. If that's the case, then you're a weirdo and you can come to my house and I'll show you lots of them. But this, especially if you're elderly and you don't like going up and down, your back is killing you. Oh, this thing is absolutely amazing. Now, she's standing on it and it kind of pierces into the ground and these teeth go into the ground. And then watch this right here. After you pierce it into the ground, she doesn't have a lot of weight to actually get behind that, okay? And then see my hand, I'm kind of describing how it pinches. And then you can see my daughter pulling back on this weed puller right there. And I'm actually going to show you right there. It's that product right there. It's called the Fiskars 339950. What kind of brand is that? That doesn't have very good sticky brand recognition. But anyway, it's an amazing device. See, as you pull it, the leverage basically tightens those little teeth down around the weed, or in this case, this dandelion root. So the more you bend it, the tighter it grips the root. Awesome, huh? Check that out. And then it has this cool little ejection thing that you kind of push out, and then it just kind of falls out like that. So, and then it did actually grab quite a bit of the root, but let's get another one right next to it with Lucy. And so see, you stab it in like that. And then the key is not to pull it straight out, but to bend it back, because the more you bend it, the more that leverage grips around that. Isn't that incredible? And then if you have a yard waste bin, behold, well, in this particular case, it's just the garbage, and kapoosh, right there. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Oh man, that is just so darn cool. So that is a life-changing appliance right there, the Fiskars Weed Puller. Highly, highly recommended. I mean, if a child can weed my lawn, so can you, so can you. All right, let's move on to the next one right here. What do we got here? Oh, this is the EAlarm, the Basu EAlarm. Hey, that's Chocolate. She was our kitten. She has since ran away. Sad. But anyway, back to the alarm. Don't worry, I'm not testing this personal alarm on my cat, but let's take a quick little listen, shall we?
Kind of like this. Let's say it's on some keychains. It's not going to pop out. It's not like this is magnetic or anything. So here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Sorry, I forgot that I actually demonstrate what the alarm sounds like. So I'm going to turn that down to spare you, okay? But I guess before you buy an alarm, you probably want to know what it sounds like. Yes, it's ear splitting, absolutely ear splitting.
And there is the demonstration of this EAlarm portable emergency alarm. Now, of course, this is not necessarily any kind of substitute for a proper firearm, which in fact I do carry.
Yeah. All right. So there are other ways of defending yourself, obviously. This is not one of those active forms of demonstration or of self-defense, which would probably work for the vast majority of people who actually want to deter someone with, let's say, pepper spray, stun gun, something else. But this really is effective in drawing attention to you, if in fact that's all you can do. I would recommend something like this just to be dangling off of your purse. Probably not put it on your keychain, even though it looks like it's designed to go on a keychain, simply because when you go to pull it, like you're pulling a pin on a grenade, you don't want to be fumbling for your keys, which are probably in the bottom of your purse, right? So in this case, you want it to be quickly and easily accessible. So it is an ear-splitting 130 decibels. I have it linked below right there. And Michael Webster says salad time. You're throwing me off, man. What's salad have to do with this? Okay, anyway. But you did get me to LOL, so I will acknowledge you, Michael, with an LOL. So anyway, personal alarms. This is really quite interesting. But this actually hit me when I got this. And this is why I only give it maybe a 4 out of 5 stars in terms of protection. Because it really, I mean, you can assume that a bad guy doesn't want to be seen by other people. You know, they're like cockroaches. When you turn on the lights, when you shine light on them, typically they scatter. But some weirdos are weird, and it doesn't matter if there's an alarm going off. They're just going to ignore it, or they're going to step on it and crunch it and try to break it, something like that. So if you have something like this, maybe pull it and then throw it into some bushes so it's hard for them to get and access, or maybe drop it down a drain. And then and only then will they be unable to access that personal alarm, and then you can call in help, call in reinforcements, so to speak. So it's not perfect, but it's a nice option to have, but certainly don't rely too heavily upon it for self-defense. Okay? All right, so hey, let's move on to another form of self-defense, this weed eater. Why would you no, Amazon Live moderators, I am not advocating violence. I am not a violent person. You will not use this for self-defense. Look at this. So this is great for little suburban type neighborhoods if in fact you are a person who is not necessarily living out in the woods. Or when I grew up, one of my first job was a Christmas tree farm right down the road. And all day long I would go around with a weed eater. I guess they call it weed eaters here in the Pacific Northwest. I called it a weed whacker when I was growing up. What do you guys call it? East Coast friends? Do you call it a weed whacker, weed eater? I don't know what you call it. But anyway, regardless, this little guy is absolutely fantastic because it's battery powered. So if you're like me, it drives you absolutely crazy going out and going, trying to pull this pull cord, and it's not giving you anything. Or the gas in it is too old because it's been sitting there in your shed all winter long. This, on the other hand, it's basically like a drill or like a Sawzall, which you see right back here. And this thing is great. It certainly not heavy duty. You're not going to be cutting through any large blackberries with this thing, but for the little incidental things, let's say you just wanted to trim up your suburban sidewalk or flower garden, or weed eat around your apple tree, it works just wonderfully. The only thing is, and I'm going to actually stop that right there, and I'm going to play that and go back and actually show you one quick thing that you need to be aware of. Okay, so right there you can see that I have a metal attachment. That metal attachment is pretty intense. So obviously you're not going to be wearing shorts and a t-shirt like I am right there. It's a bad example, okay? Because man, if this thing hits a rock, that's gonna nick your shin pretty darn good. So I would say the vast majority of the time I use, see in the upper right there, I use that nylon cord, and that suffices just nicely. But that buzzsaw blade, that's another one where it's like, woo boy, okay, I'm gonna go out in my garden with a skill saw, and we're just gonna cut through everything. Not really recommended. But this thing is very reasonably priced on Amazon, and it works for me. Again, if you're a farmer, probably get something a bit more high powered. But you know what? Now we are actually going to move on to, something very fun. So these right here are tactical hair clips. These are multi-tool hair clips. You've probably heard of them before, but what you may have not have heard of, so there's the blonde version, there's the cyberpunk version, and then there's the tactical black version, but you may have not have heard of this or even seen a demonstration. Or if you have heard of it, I want to give you a little bit of behind the scenes. So this right here is, can you guess what kind of material that is? Anybody out there? If you can guess what kind of material this is, then I will send you some black tactical hair clips. Well, you see that I'm highlighting it down there. Yes, it's 100% Kevlar. You may actually think that Kevlar material is one of those things that is absolutely bulletproof. It's not. It really is not. There comes a point where something is not necessarily bulletproof, depending on the size of the bullet. However, I did test this material right here, and you can see that right there? See that right there? That little hole? A bullet went through that. Don't worry, no one was harmed. It was in a controlled atmosphere. But I will say that we folded it up into 14 different layers just to test this soft Kevlar material. It feels like jersey knit. It's very, very comfortable. And we went bam with a 22 round, and it actually stopped it at the 14th layer. Isn't that amazing? So this stuff, I would not really rely off of it to stop anything like a knife or anything like that. However, I will show you what this does do, and it will discolor it. See that yellow right there? The yellow is the natural color of Kevlar material. Matter of fact, this original prototype right here is actually exactly like that 100% Kevlar scarf that you see in the description down below. It's about this long. The only difference is that this is the natural color. What you see right there is a tactical black version, because black is just classy. It just blends into any outfit. As opposed to this yellow version, you don't want this. However, it functions just the same. It's very soft, very comfortable, very warm, and very lightweight. Actually so lightweight that you can probably even see some light through it. I didn't want to make it too thick and heavy though, but if you do layer it, there is a significant amount of protection. You guys are probably wondering, is it in fact fireproof? Oh, hey, Vaunt says hi. Hello, Vaunt. Hey, Vaunt. Do you actually want to see me try to light this ballistic scarf on fire? See, it looks like cotton, doesn't it? Right? This is, I love this so much. Don't worry. I am a trained professional here, okay? All right, here we go. All right, okay. All right. This is light stuff. I mean, you can see right through it. It's stretchy, it's comfortable. I bet I'm going to burn right through this stuff, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Here we go. Wait a second. It's not burning. But as mentioned, it will discolor, but there's no burning. It's not melting. This stuff is incredible. Yes, this Kevlar scarf, 100%, it's soft like cotton, and yet at the same time, it's oh boy, it's just look at that. Just a little bit of discoloration, and yet the integrity of it is intact. It's not even hot, it's not even warm. Isn't that amazing? Right. Oh boy. So anyway, that's the tactical ballistic scarf, which you see in the description down below. And man, these things are just incredible. Okay, lastly, this is the giveaway that I want to do for you guys. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we're going to end this on something fun. Every single person watching, because I see there's only 5 people, and that's okay. I have 5 friends. We're just going to call it that. And I have these packages right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I've got 6. Oh boy. Well, if there's another streamer that comes in right there, this right here, I will send you for free. That's right. There's no way to actually, put your name in a small little gambling spinny thing or anything like that. And this is how you get these for free. We are going to go to, let's see, okay, right there. Hey, there's the web address. Look at that, tacticlip.com/giveaway. If you go there, pretty much just put your shipping address in, and I will expedite these first thing in the morning to you. And that is my humble thank you for tuning in to this live stream on Amazon.com. But you have to, yes, there is a stipulation here. I'm sorry, I know nothing is actually free after all. You do have to actually follow me on Amazon. You do. So if you click on the link and then you actually go, then Michael Webster, I will send you this. Vaunt, I will send you this. And all you have to do is go to that website, fill out your shipping address, and that's makes it easy for me to copy and paste that in. But this is only valid for this live stream right now. If you see a recording of the stream later, I'm sorry. It's only for people who've actually tuned in. So you have to follow me on Amazon. You have to live in the United States. You have to be more than 18 years of age, or 18. I mean, I'm not going to alienate all the 18-year-olds here. But yeah, I'd love to get these in the mail to you as a humble thank you for you guys tuning in. And that's pretty much it. That's how I run my live streams. I do plan it out. I do try to keep it intentional so that I am not wasting your time. And I like to actually show live demonstrations, hence the videos, the B-roll that I go out, and it's my own content. I'm not repurposing and stealing other people's content. And I'm going to say my pleasure right there, because that's what they say at Chick-fil-A. My pleasure on the chat. And thank you for following. Thank you for being a part of this. All right, so we are going to go ahead and clickety-click end, and I will, oh, wait. Hey, I even have I have an ending card. Isn't that cute? It says, catch me on Facebook. You're welcome to be on Facebook. As a matter of fact, you might even be watching this on Facebook. Yeah, oh boy, that song starting sounded like a Rick Roll song. No, it's not Rick Roll. Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. Besides, if I put that on YouTube, because I am live streaming there, they would have gotten me. All the copyright lawyers would have been like, you can't play Rick's music. No, but this is royalty-free music. Do this for a living. Video, that is, not live stream. This is one of my first ideas. Okay, all right. This is a lot of fun. Oh boy, so darn cool. I will catch you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and God bless you.